Hey guys, Frank here. I'm gonna go through some replays of some friendly battles that I did with a clanmate of mine who has much higher trophies. See on his profile here, his highest trophies are 3706, which isn't very high, uh, but like if you compare it to mine, I only have 2732 as my highest trophies. So he's kind of got a good leap on me. Um, Last night he schooled me a whole bunch, but we'll jump into some replays of how I managed to beat him 4 times this morning. Um, Here, I basically gave him Barbarian Hut because it's 7 elixir, Witch because I had already chose Poison. Um, I took the Inferno Dragon, didn't really plan on using it because I'm a noob. And I took Bomb Tower over Inferno Tower because anything with Inferno in it means I'm horrible at using. So who knows why I took the Inferno Dragon. But decided to go ahead and play a deep bowler here. He set up his barb hut on the other side, which was some bad news for me. And made an attempt at a little bit of a counter to the influx of barbarians by using fire spirits, and he countered my polar push real hard with a mini P.E.K.K.A. and some skeletons, which, yeah. I think there might have been a witch there. No, there wasn't a witch, he hadn't played it yet. Places which to easily just destroy that Inferno Dragon. It doesn't even get to smell the tower. But Bomb Tower really did some work, which is amazing because it's definitely not meta. Bomb Tower is not what you see your opponent set down and go, oh god, Bomb Tower. Nah, it's that Inferno Tower. It gives you a little bit of an issue unless you have Minion Horde, or obviously Inferno Dragon just stops it. But he's easily distracted. Bob threw up a well played to me. I returned the favor. I got a little bit worried because both my towers, as you can see, are hurting. He has about 400 lead on one and 100 lead on the other almost. But when he laid down the other barb hut, I decided to go ahead and utilize the tornado that he had given me along with the poison that I had picked up, which really put a put a hurting on the barbs, but it was a bit of a waste of elixir. I spent as much as he did on his barb hut just to bring it down to half health and injure the barbarians that first came out. But here I take crazy amounts of damage when he makes that push. He takes out my bomb tower, does some more chip. I set up defensive poison. Of course, it kind of works. Um, he comes in real strong with these pushes. So I noticed we only have like 12 seconds left. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So I'm like, okay, tornado cycled through the poison on him. He sets up another barbarian hut, which has been successful for him so far. He's got like an 800 health lead on that tower, but my bowler gets there and manages to hit two bowling rocks on him, I guess, boulders. And just I get him cycled back out. He sets up 2 barb huts, puts on the pressure with the mini P.E.K.K.A, forces me to toss out my log just to keep from being pushed in. Tornado and poison really works way better than I expected it to ever in my life. Like, I knew it'd work, I knew it'd do damage, but tornado and poison. So he gets me with that freeze, I was pretty sure the game was about to be over there, but I stuck to the tornado poison idea. I was like, this seems to work. This seems to really keep all these barbarians, ice golems, mini P.E.K.K.A.s, witches, and skeletons off my tower. So I cycle back out the bowler, throw down another poison, make sure it's hitting his tower, use the tornado to pull his troops all into the poison, throw out some fire spirits to take out some barbarians ahead. He, of course, takes out my bowler with a mini P.E.K.K.A, but I'm really fast to drop another one and use that log to preserve its health. He has just so many barbarians coming in. I think at one point soon he gets 3 barbarian huts set up maybe. But yeah, bowler, log, poison, tornado, and just works him over a bit. With that 60 seconds left in overtime, he didn't get 3 set up. He set one down and went for the split push, trying to switch lanes on me. And yeah, it made me drop a bomb tower, which I bet he wasn't expecting that. So he's doing the double lane pressure, which I just watched a video on. So I decided to go ahead and, you know, try to keep pushing on that one tower I've been chipping away at. I had 20 seconds left and threw out the log. Good game. 1 crown. That was the last time I beat him before he logged off. He said, GG, man. But I was tripping out. I couldn't believe how well that poison log tornado worked. But yeah, the game before that, he said, wow, you're really smoking me at the beginning of it, like in the little thing that the challenge comes up. And I thought it was funny because he usually just stomps me so hard. But yeah, as you see here, I picked up both the wizard and the minion horde because I really like minion horde. But I knew I couldn't give him wizard to go with it. So I went for the lesser evil and gave him witch. His fatal flaw here was he gave me graveyard and lava hound. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with graveyard and lava hound, but it's kind of a overpowered combination to use. If you ever used it, you know. But I don't even have the graveyard card. Like, I always get real angry because other players have graveyard, and it just doesn't seem fair that everyone and their mother has graveyard and I don't. Why don't I have graveyard? I have every other legendary besides it and Electro Wizard, I think. Yeah, I do. He took an early tower here and tells me good luck. Like, I thought it was a little bit cocky, but I see he's just wishing me good luck. He tries to throw up a nice counter play here to the graveyard play that I make, but instead of letting the Dark Prince just clear out those skeletons, I was like, if I zap him, you know, it might buy me the time I need for me to take this tower, and it did. My no health wizard managed to kill the Dark Prince and take the tower. So he was amazed. He said wow about it. I decided to go ahead and be like, well, let me show you the other present that you got me. Thanks, Daddy Bobzilla, because anyone who buys me anything for Christmas is now Daddy. Even if you're not a man, still Daddy. But he came a little bit aggressive. He had a good counter set up, but of course, as I've said before, you know, the graveyard and the lava hound with that minion horde's just amazing. So I get the 1 tower lead on him with like 35 seconds left, and I just like start pumping out the lava hounds as much as I can. Get Prince up there. He's got his Dark Prince and some Spear Goblins on my tower. Closing in on tying it up. 15 seconds left, but he really, really doesn't have time to close that gap, and I get the 3 crown. So I was pretty impressed with what I was doing this morning. Go ahead and run through the other 2 replays. They're pretty good. Yeah, here, yes, here is the one that we just watched, and this is our second battle. First time I got a 1 crown on him, so we'll just go ahead and watch this. It's pretty interesting battle itself. I'm sure he thought the first win that I got right before this one, not the one we watched. That happened after this. I'm watching them in reverse, but I'm pretty sure the win that I got just before this one, which we'll see next, is what he would consider lucky, which I don't know if it was luck. I like to think it was skill, but I don't know if it was luck. This one was pretty skillful and dynamic. He counter pushed with a hard lumberjack and spear goblins right there, and it was scary. So of course I have a solo P.E.K.K.A. walking up the right lane, and then Hog Rider Bowler going up the left lane. Sadly, his Prince aggroes my Hog Rider and just went to town with his Joust. Countered the Prince with skeletons, but I didn't counter him the right way with it. So, he didn't get a swing off, but it could have been a better counter, is all I'm saying. But what works, you know. If you manage to stop damage, then you might just rhyme in time. So I throw out P.E.K.K.A. She murders everything, princess included. He went to counter with a lumberjack. I guess he didn't expect me to throw the bowler behind it, which is a no-brainer. Plays the elite barbarians, which I hate the elite barbarians. Once again, Hog Rider gets some aggro that he didn't need to get. Takes some free shots from the barbarians, but makes it to the king tower. I back up my bowler with a mega minion. He thinks he's gonna make it there, but he slaps the ice wizard in the face instead of hitting the tower. Sad days. Right before his push got built up, I used lightning. Of course, lightning's one of my favorite spells. Something about rocket and lightning, or just some things that I really like about the game, because high damage spells, I don't care if they're a whole bunch of elixir, they do their job. So here he pushes for my lowest tower, gets it even lower, scares me a little bit. His elite barbarians, one of them makes it through and gets a swing off on my other tower, making their combined health not equal to the one that I finally make it to with my baby dragon. He kills the baby dragon like, "Hi, get out of here." Distracts my P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A. just goes walking around, killing everything in his base for a second. He drops the elite barbarians, one splits to my bowler, and luckily I win. 1-0. Because of that lightning spell. So he blamed it on not having any air cards, but I mean, I could see where that would be a big problem. Our first battle, he gave me Lava Hound Clone. I just want to tell you something. I've been a huge enthusiast of clone since it was released. Actually, I might have taken the clone. No, I think he gave it to me. Well, we'll see in a second, but yeah, he gave me clone Lava Hound for some reason. Not the greatest idea, which is why I was kind of amazed that he kept giving me Lava Hound in our other battles. Like, the one where he gave me Graveyard Lava Hound, it was a little bit like, why would you do that? So I start off pretty bad. I cloned my Golem and P.E.K.K.A just to have it slaughtered by the Furnace, Dark Prince, and Ice Wizard in front of his tower. He gets a charging start in and some serious one-swing chip on my tower. It's a sad story, especially these fire spirits that just pump out at tournament standard. They hurt so bad. But I sent in Witch thinking it's going to be a good idea, but it was a little bit too early. Managed to take out his Furnace, take a bunch of fire spirit damage, and then push my Witch into a log and tower aggro with my own Ice Golem like a pro, because, you know, pros do that. Luckily I had a mini P.E.K.K.A in my rotation, so I went ahead and threw it out there to take out the Golem. He told me, well played. Yes, he was a little bit amazed at how good I was doing, but I wasn't doing good at all because I still hadn't touched his tower, and he had basically taken mine down completely. So I start off the Lava Hound, he starts off his Golem, and it's just like Clash of the Titans, except for they never clash because, you know, they are only attracted to towers and the Golems on the ground and the Lava Hounds flying through the air. Leave it to me to state the obvious, but Lava Hound is all over that expo with his clone of himself. Mini P.E.K.K.A's angry, running in there, just destroying Dark Prince shield, and, you know, finally stripping him down enough to die. And amazingly, with 35 health left on my tower, I managed to make it to his tower, and even though I had not done any prior damage, I get it low enough to right here at this last 20 seconds get the clutch tower takedown while he still had to take 35. So I was like, oh, 10 seconds left, maybe I'll, oh, Expo, of course. That's how it always happens, isn't it? Expo. But one Lava Hound was still going strong, so I put in the amazing Inferno Tower that I'm horrible with. Got the clone Lava Hound on his King Tower. He's got a Golem like busting into my base, just like beating my other tower. So he takes out the Lava Hound and the Lava Hound clone. It's really scary. So Goblin Barrel, clone it, and Mini P.E.K.K.A gets there just in time to swing once. And that was the 3 crown. It was pretty impressive. But yeah, donate to Holy Potato, and that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching.